Friday night baseball under the dome at Tropicana Field. Tonight, the first of this three-game weekend series between the Chicago White Sox and the Tampa. Which of these two will prevail? Next on the show. Will be the starter for the Rays in this one. EK, what do you got?
Yeah, Matty, in his last start, he had a ton of strikeouts. He'll be looking to duplicate that effort here.
Adam Eaton heads for the batter's box, and we are just about ready for some evening baseball.
Right fielder, Adam.
First of three here on a Friday night as the first pitch is in there for strike one. And Eric, as we take a look at the Rays entering play here tonight, fortune has been smiling on them recently. They're unbeaten in their last 7 games.
And the even better news for them is that they've got their ace going here tonight. So you have to figure that all signs are pointing toward another victory here.
Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. Hit the target, but this is low, 2-1. Archer steps into his windup. Here's the 2-1. Late square, and this is popped up. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Maybe a sign of things to come here. They may want to use their speed, shake things up a little, and here he puts this one down, and they can't make a play on it.
First things first, here's a throw over. Back in standing. Keeping him close. Here's Austin Jackson, the center fielder, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Here's a guy who could use a 3 for 4. He's got that batting average still down in the 190s. No home runs just yet, and a pair of RBIs. Nobody out, runner on first. Out in front of a fastball as this is ripped down the left field line. That's going to be a fair ball.
Yeah, it looks like these guys mean business. Back-to-back singles here to start the ball game. They want to put as much pressure on this guy as they can early on.
Jose Abreu will dig in now. Off to a slow start, as you see there. Just barely over the 200 mark here in April. He's set. Here it comes. Rocket to third, but gloved by the third baseman for the out, but he gets back in time, safe at second base. Now a moment here to check out the White Sox starting lineup. Who are you focused on, EK?
Yeah, well, we'll see if the Todd father, Todd Frazier, can keep it going. He hasn't been missing much lately, hitting 3 home runs over the last 10 ball games. Not an eye-popping statistic, but still a good indication that he's been in a groove at the plate.
Todd Frazier comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1.
And that's a pitch he needs to get working here in this first inning. You can solve a few problems here if that pitch comes around.
Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Drilled to the right side. And that's through into right field for a base hit. The throw home. And he is in there.
Boy, what a great start to this series here in the first inning. On the road, you'd love to give your pitcher a little something to work with out there. And he's going to have a lead now before he even throws his first pitch.
Stepping in now, Brett Laurie. And he'll try to take control of the inside part of the plate with the fastball as he backs him off a bit.
Now here's a spot with a run home already. That looks nice on the scoreboard. But if you could put up a 2 or even a 3 spot here in the first, that could really go a long way against a guy like this.
Hit in the air to center field. Moving under it, Kiermaier. And he makes the catch for the second out. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with 2 away now. And with that, let's give you a look at the defensive alignment for Tampa Bay. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, this manager loves to do the defensive shifts. So we're going to see a lot of odd formations as the game goes along. I can't wait to see how it works.
To the box now, Avisail Garcia. He'll get to take his first cuts here. And he lays off there 1-0. And there are the umpires assigned to this one. Balls and strikes belong to Mr. Jerry Hillsdale.
Yeah, Jerry seems to call a really good game back there, Matt. It's pretty rare that you see anyone too overly displeased with his zone.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
He's still got a couple pitches to deal with right here, but he's starting to lose command of his pitches. You got to take a step back, take a deep breath, and get back in the zone.
2 down, runners at first and second. Hit hard to short, reined in. On to Pierce at first, and the inning is over. White Sox pick up just the 1. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. It's the White Sox 1, the Rays coming to bat. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Chris Sale, a left-handed Floridian, will get the starting assignment. What do we need to know here, EK?
Well, guys, he's been one of the most dependable starting pitchers around. He's got a career ERA of less than 3. One of the best out there on the mound.
Logan Forsythe comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Leading up for the Rays, second baseman.
Belted high in the air out to left. Sands ranging back. Still ranging back. Gone! So it's a solo home run to lead off the bottom of the first. And with it, the Rays have drawn even at 1 apiece.
So much for getting out to that early lead on the road. You can go ahead and kiss that goodbye. This pitch is just planted right in his wheelhouse, and you won't miss too often when you leave him there.
Batting second, right
Into the
fielder,
box now, Brandon Guyer.
Guyer.
Now that ball is smoked, carrying to deep left. Sands ranging back. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning. And with that, a look at the Rays lineup card in this one. Steve, what's the key for them to continue this winning streak?
Well, they're facing a guy today that throws a lot of strikes, so you're going to have to be aggressive early in the count, but get the ball up in the zone. Shorten up a little bit, put the ball in play.
Evan Longoria digs in with 1 run in and 1 gone in the inning. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. There's a fastball to start him off, but that misses for ball 1. And Eric, you take a look at the White Sox entering play here tonight. They've got to be considered one of, if not the hottest team in baseball right now. Winners of 8 of their last 10 ball games.
And they were able to put together a good performance in the victory yesterday afternoon, so let's see if they can keep it going here.
Up top, it's 2-0.
Yeah, he's looked at 2 close pitches. You get the feeling that this is the calm before the storm. I think he'll unload on this one if this thing is anywhere near the zone.
This is line to left. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. The relay, and he will beat the throw into second as he slides in safely with a 1-out double.
Well, this is really a laser right here. You're going to see it pretty much go right over his head out there and left, and it'll one-hop the left field wall. That's going to allow his man to cruise into second with an easy double.
Here's Steve Pearce now, as Sale will get the upper hand to start the at-bat. Here it's strike 1. Well, we'll give you a look there at the graphic. The double was his 3rd of the season here in this first month. Hit on the ground to third. Frazier's up with it. In time to first, and there are 2 away. And with a quick breather here, let's take a look at the White Sox defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, Matty, you remember, growing up, right field wasn't a very important position. But here at this level, it's as important as any. And this man plays it as well as anybody. Very reliable, covers ground, always makes a routine play.
First offering on its way. Sent toward first. And no problem over there at first as he flags this one down to end the inning. But the Rays are able to knock things up on the solo home run. Second inning coming up. All even at 1 apiece. So the shortstop, Jimmy Rollins, will stand in now. He homered in the ballgame yesterday afternoon.
Well, you look at the average on the season, guys, and he's not sneaking up on anybody. Pretty amazing numbers for him right there. So yesterday's performance, obviously no fluke.
Archer gets the sign. First pitch on its way. Behind on that. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Swinging a shot back up the middle. Throw to first will be in time, and there's 1 gone here to start the second. And with 1 away, today, of course, Jackie Robinson Day around Major League Baseball. We had a nice ceremony before the game in honor of number 42, as his legacy lives on to this day. Into the box, Jerry Sands, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. In there at the knees, strike 1.
Well, that one's at 94, so the velocity's good right now.
Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Tries the slider to ring him up, but he lays off 1-2.
Well, you know, when you're behind an account like this, it's all about changing your approach at the plate. You got to shorten up a little bit and just look to put the ball in play.
1-2, here it comes. Lifted in the air out to right. Geyer is there. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Batting ninth, catcher, Alex Avila.
Alex Avila into the box here in the top of the second, looking to keep this inning going. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. Right side and right into the shift. Forsythe is there. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Down in order go the White Sox. We'll go to the bottom of the second, tied at 1. Steven Souza will stand in. He has not hit the ball well in April. Into the windup and the pitch. Now a changeup to start him out, but that's looked at down and in for ball 1. That's inside. 2-0.
Well, this is a guy up there that's not hitting a ton right now, but he can still work the count, and that alone can be beneficial to an offense.
From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. The shift will be of little importance here as this is lifted in the air out to left field. Sands moves over near the line as he puts it away for the first out of the inning.
And you'll see where this pitch is. It's up, but it's up far enough that he can't quite get on top of it. And he winds up lifting a lazy fly ball.
Standing in now, Tim Beckham. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. That's wide. 2-0. Swing and a little tapper. That rolls foul for strike 1. He's fallen behind now, 3-1. That's in there, and it'll run the count to full, 3-2.
Right back inside with a fastball. This time, he got the call.
1 out, nobody on. A great pitch there as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the second out.
Wow, a real sharp break to this thing. It's a slider. He starts it out over the middle of the plate. The hitter thinks he's got something that he can handle, and then this thing just makes a beeline right for his hands. That is a tough pitch.
Kevin Kiermaier will stand in for the first time now, currently 7th in the American League in hitting.
Well, right now, he's in the prime of his career, so these are the years you'd really expect to see the best of what a guy's going to have to offer.
First pitch coming, here it is. Circle change, too low, ball 1. Chop foul over towards the coaching box. Two out, nobody on. Hit hard to the right side. Foul. Bounced weakly near the plate. Gonna be a tough play. In a close play at first, but he's called out and the side is retired. Nothing across here this half. We've played 2 full, all tied at 1-1. Adam Eaton is into the box as we are all set to begin the third.
You know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact and he can run.
Archer's ready. Here's the first pitch. Drops one down here, and he'll try to beat it out. Longoria over to his left. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third.
Oh, man, what a terrific play right there. That ball was rolling, and it stayed low, so he had to bend all the way over to make a barehanded grab, then a quick release, a nice throw to first in time to get the runner. You can expect to see that on highlight reels for a couple days at least now.
Here's Austin Jackson, the center fielder, as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Lofted in the air out toward right center. And he'll put it away now without much of a problem. 2 gone now here in the third.
The batter, first baseman, Jose Abreu.
Jose Abreu stands in for the second time. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat.
And, Matt, you know what? It's always a little frustrating when you square one up, you hit a solid live drive somewhere, and all you get to show for it is a nice little jog right back to the dugout. That can get in your head a little bit after a while.
Down and away, 1 ball and no strikes.
And if he can get himself into a fastball count, don't be surprised if he has a big cut at something. Maybe try and break this tie ball game.
2-0 now.
And on 2-0, this is where he's the most dangerous up there. I know it's a fastball count, but I would maybe think about something else.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line and right. Geyer is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. 1, 2, 3 go the White Sox. Home half of the third coming up, tied at 1. Kurt Casale will come forward now, back in the lineup here after getting yesterday afternoon off.
Kurt Casale.
First pitch of the at-bat. And a good slider here to start the at-bat, but it's ruled a ball, 1-0.
Yeah, and when that pitch starts off outside, it's much easier to get a better view of it and then just lay off.
Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1.
Now that he's fully loose out there, you can see he's getting a little more zip on that fastball than he had coming out of the gate.
Pulled high in the air out to left field. Sands is under it. And that's the first out of the inning.
He's been able to bounce back strongly after that first inning home run, and he's set down 6 in a row now since then.
Logan Forsythe will stand in to try to duplicate his first at-bat where he homered to open the inning.
And it was a nice at-bat too, Matty. He looked really, really comfortable up there.
Now a fastball on the inside corner, and he takes a look at strike 1.
You know, a lot of times with a sinker baller out there, you're just conditioned to always look for something down. So he can surprise you with that high fastball, maybe four-seam it every once in a while, and when he does, you can forget it.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
And I'll tell you, being in a two-strike hole is not the spot you want to be in against a guy like this.
1 out, nobody on. And a swing and a miss as they caught him reaching that time, and there are 2 away.
Well, you know when you get 2 strikes on you, you go into that protection mode up there at the plate. Let's see where this pitch winds up. Oh, yeah. That thing's nowhere near the strike zone, and that's a good job of making a guy go fishing for something he didn't really want to hit.
Into the box, Brandon Guyer. As he'll take a look at ball 1.
You do not want to get the middle of this order up with guys on base. So this is the hitter he needs right here, right now.
2 out, nobody on. That evens it up, 1-1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Chopped foul right at home plate. Ready to deliver the 1-2. The 1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2-2.
Oh, that's not a bad idea right there. Go ahead and try that back foot slider on a 1-2. Hope you can get him to commit. That's a good job of laying off of that pitch.
Now a ball lined to the left side, but this will be a foul ball. And this is swung on and missed. Might have even been a foul tip that's held on to, but either way, the side is retired. Down in order go the Rays. Through 3 complete, all tied 1 apiece. Todd Frazier is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat, because you know he has big-time power.
Well, with the power bat up at the plate, the manager wisely signals his outfielders to back off. Don't want anything over their heads here. First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0. Not close. It's 2-0.
Well, that's a good thing that pitch was above the strike zone, because a few inches lower and that ball's right in his wheelhouse.
Archer looks in. Here's the 2-0. And he gets this fastball over. It's 2-1.
Yeah, you know, he probably got the fastball he was looking for, but on 2-0, you can look for one pitch in one spot. And if it's not in that spot, you take it.
Hit pretty well out to deep left field. Jennings going back, and goodbye. This one ain't coming back. It's a solo home run for Todd Frazier as the White Sox move ahead 2-1.
Well, he's been the entire show here tonight. Remember, he drove in their only run earlier, and he continues to have a nice game as he launches this one way out of here.
Now batting, second baseman.
Stepping in now, Brett Laurie. As he'll hit. Settling in now, Avisail Garcia.
They'll obviously be looking to induce another ground ball out of him right here.
And the runner will get back standing.
It's a guy like this, you're usually only going to get one pitch to hit in that bat. Sometimes you might not even get that, so that's one he may want back.
Fastball called for strike 2.
Corner paint right there, 97 miles an hour. What are you going to do with that?
Two quick strikes, and now the 0-2. Ground ball left side. Forsythe on to Pierce at first, and it's a double play.
Now batting, shortstop, Jimmy Rollins.
Jimmy Rollins stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. 2 runs, 5 hits, and no errors so far for the White Sox. Inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. And Rollins will lay off here, and he's worked the count back to 2-2. Ball 3. 3-2 now.
When a pitcher's close to getting through a quick inning, this is where you really need to grind out your at-bats, especially as a bottom of the order guy. So this is a good job so far.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. And now he'll step off as they look for a strikeout pitch. Making him sweat out there. The 7th pitch coming up. Good battle continues as this ball's chopped foul at the plate, and the count remains 3-2. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. Grounded down the third baseline. And this will get by Longoria at third. It's a fair ball.
Well, you talk about being locked in at the plate right now. That is 10 straight games with a base hit now, and it's going to be a lot of fun to see how long he can keep this thing going.
Now a throw over to first, and he just manages to get his hand in. Into the box now, Jerry Sands. As he'll take a look at the pitch too low, it's ball 1. Throw over to the bag. A dive, but he's back. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Even at a ball and a strike. Here's the pitch. Line drive to left. Jennings is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Home run. Bottom of the 4th coming up. It's now 2-1 Chicago. Leading off the inning, Evan Longoria, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
And he takes ball one. In tight, awfully tight, 2-0 now.
And down by a run, a leadoff walk would certainly help the cause. He's got to shrink that strike zone here and not chase anything that he shouldn't be swinging at.
Here comes the 2-0 pitch. And now a called strike that time as the zone expands a bit here. It's 2-1 now.
And even though that's a strike, that's a good take. You want to be looking one pitch, one spot. So don't go swinging at that one. That was nasty.
Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1. And this one's going to bounce up to the plate. An easy take there, and it's 3-1 now.
Well, I think it's time to attack now because these guys haven't been in too many good hitters' counts. This is where you need to pounce.
No walks yet. Here's the delivery. A little bouncer. Avila scoops it up and reined in one away.
Now batting.
And these two teams right back at it tomorrow night. We'll have coverage of Game 2 of the series in high definition on the show as you get a look there at the two starters scheduled to oppose one another. Steve Pearce stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike one. Bases are empty, one man out. Oh, and this fastball is belted to deep left center field. Does he have enough to get out of here? Yes, a home run. A solo home run for Stephen Pearce as the Rays have come back to tie things at 2.
This is just a fastball right here, but I'm pretty sure it's not where he wanted it. This has got some elevation to it, and that's one of those where you know it's going to be a home run as soon as you let go of it.
Now batting, left fielder, Desmond Jennings.
Here's Desmond Jennings now, as he swings and hits a line drive out to left, but pretty much right at the left fielder as he takes it in for the second out.
The minute he hits that, he's thinking it's a base hit all the way, but it's one of those situations where you get penalized for hitting the ball too hard. And this stayed up long enough to find the outfielder's glove out there.
Standing in now, Steven Souza, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce one foul for the first strike. Here comes the 0-1. Now a check swing here and a little looper. Rollins is there for it, and that's the third out. One for the Rays on the solo home run. We played 4, and we are tied 2-2. Alex Avila heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one.
Catcher, Alex Avila.
Halfway to 100 pitches. Here it is. Good bite to the slider, and he takes strike one. The pitch count there. One pitch into his fifth inning of work. Not much of a concern, I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. He hasn't had any real overtaxed innings, so he should be fine for the time being.
I had him reaching at thin air that time, and he's very quickly down 0-2.
And we've seen guys swing at that four-seam riding fastball up in the zone. But you're never going to get on top of that thing when it's up that high.
This one's flared toward left center. Calling for it, Jennings. One out.
With the 0-2 count, he was really forced to protect the plate, and you can see this ball's not even in the strike zone, but he chases after it anyway, and he lifts this for an easy fly ball.
In now is Adam Eaton, as he lays off a fastball too low for ball one. One out, nobody on. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Two really close pitches to kick off this at-bat. Normally this guy would be all over him, but he's shown some discipline here with two good takes.
Right side, hit hard. Pierce with a great play. He goes to first. Just late. He's safe.
Man, almost a great play.
Nearly a highlight reel play, but they'll have a runner on here with one away. Here's Austin Jackson, the center fielder. Snap throw from the catcher. Snap throw from the catcher. Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1.
That's a good pitch call right there on that fastball away. That works almost like a pitch out, just in case he's thinking about it over there at first.
Archer comes set. 1-1 pitch on its way. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. And Jackson's not offering at that one, and it'll knot things up at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, an interesting setup now on 2-2. Here's where you really need to pay attention to that guy at first.
Another try to first. Looking to avoid his first walk. Taken for strike 3. The throw. Not in time as he steals second.
Yeah, this is going to be a 3-2 pitch. They send the runner here hoping to maybe stay out of a double play situation. The one thing you don't want is the strikeout, because normally they've got you dead to rights at second base. But he did get a decent jump that time, and he's going to wind up stealing it anyway.
So here's the slugging first baseman Jose Abreu now, as he'll go after the first pitch and send a chopper out to second. On to Pierce at first, and the inning is over. 1 hit, 1 left. Home half of the 5th coming up, and we are tied 2-2. Tim Beckham comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Into the seats, 0-1. And he misses with it, 1-1. 1-2 as the changeup had him out in front there.
Well, I just don't think he was expecting that one, and it was the perfect time to just take a little off.
Grounded to the right. Lowry's there. Throw in time at first. A nice play in short right for the first out.
Now batting, center fielder, Kevin Kiermaier.
Kevin Kiermaier stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out.
Yeah, ground out last time, but you know, with his speed, that's kind of a big part of the way he plays the game. Put the ball on the ground and force the defense to make a clean, quick play on him, because if they don't, he's safe.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike one. Oh, and he lays one down here, and this is going to be a tough play. Frazier is up with it, and the throw is too late. He's on with a beautifully placed bunt single. Hold on here, though. You can see the skipper heading out of the dugout now, so that very close, safe call might be challenged.
Yeah, Matt, definitely a close play right there, as we're going to get another look at it right here. Boy, that's just so tough to tell for sure from that replay, and we're going to have to see what the word from the dugout is. Remember, the ruling on the field is safe.
And it looks like a no from the bench, so they will not challenge the play, and the call will stand with the runner safe at first base. Kurt Casale is at the plate now, flied out in his first at-bat. From the stretch. And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1.
And that's the pitch he needs to go back to. That big-time fastball.
Runner at first here with one away in the 2-2 ball game. Oh, and 1 count, and the pitch. Pitch outside, the throw, and it skips in as he steals the bag easily. Throw down to second here is by him and into center field. And they won't get him as he's able to advance from first to third on what would certainly be scored a throwing error. Hoping to keep it tied, here it comes. Well, they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now. You got to say, for a strikeout pitcher, not too many strikeouts here so far.
And he's in a big need of one right here. It would definitely come in handy.
He got him, and it'll probably take a base hit now to get that runner across from third.
And here, I mean, if this is a high chopper to short, it's an RBI. If it's a lazy fly to right, it's an RBI. Point is, you've got to put the ball in play with a runner on third and 1 out. That's just basic execution that's lacking right there.
Into the box, Logan Forsythe, as he'll take a look at a strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1. A swinging bunt out in front of the plate. Avila gonna have to hurry. Throw in time, and the side is retired. 1 left for Tampa through 5. All even at 2-2. Frazier. Makes his way to the box to lead us off in the 6th inning.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
Here's the first pitch to him. Now a swing and a miss as they start him out on a pitch well inside for strike one. Not too many strikeouts on the ledger for him so far, but it hasn't really mattered.
Yeah, I think ideally you'd like to see him miss a few more bats, but as long as you're keeping guys off balance and you're letting your defense help you, you don't need to strike a ton of guys out to be successful.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
And they took him right up the elevator shaft on these three pitches. I mean, you could chart where they are. First one low, second one about belt high, and then the third one up around the letters. 3 different locations, each yielding the same result.
In now, Brett Laurie. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce one foul for the first strike. 2 runs, 7 hits, and no errors so far for the White Sox. Here's a swing and just foul, says the umpire, and he was right on that one. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2.
Well, if you want to be considered a strikeout pitcher, you better have a pretty good one of these. You see it here again on Show Track, and this is now 6 pitches and 2 strikeouts so far in the inning.
So here is Avisail Garcia. As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty, it's strike 1.
Boy, he may strike out the side on 9 pitches. 7 down, 2 to go.
The 0-1 on its way. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Takes this the other way to right. A dive, but he can't come up with it in right as it skips right past him. He'll take the turn and head for second.
I think this is a bad angle to the ball, and let's just say not so great a decision to dive. He should have gotten to this ball, but instead he winds up playing this one into extra bases.
Here's J-Roll, Jimmy Rollins now, as he'll look at a slider that runs in too far for ball 1. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. No surprise from this manager. Infield overloads the right side as they'll try to force the hitter to avoid the shift. That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. Maybe too much break on the slider. 2-1. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Danger averted following the 2-out double. More in a moment on the show, the Friday Night Showcase. Brandon Geyer will stand in now. He flew out in his first time around and then was a strikeout victim last time. sail into the windup. Here's the first pitch. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball one. 1-0. And that's high and away, and the count goes to 2-0. Take sign must have been on there because that's right down the middle. Strike one.
Yeah, you don't see 2-0 changeups too often, but if you know a good hitter is going to be sitting fastball, don't give him what he wants.
Chopped weakly to the left. Throw on to first in time, one away.
Now batting.
And that slider's been an effective pitch for him, no doubt. As you take a look there, what his pitch breakdown looks like so far.
Evan Longoria steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
You know, he's pitched a really nice ball game to this point, but this is a big moment for him. You know, getting through the heart of this order at this stage of his outing would be huge.
Bases are empty, one man out. Hot shot on the ground to short. That's through for a base hit, his second of the ball game.
And at this point, I don't think you could expect anything less than a two-hit ball game from this guy. I mean, he's been as hot as anybody lately, and he comes through again here.
Now in the box, Steve Pearce. He went deep in his first at-bat, and we'll see what he's got in store for us here.
Yeah, when you throw a pitch like that down in the zone and the guy still takes you deep, you just got to tip your cap to him. I mean, all he really did is just drop the bat head right through the hitting zone and crush that pitch.
Grounded back up the middle. And that's through for a hit.
Boy, you talk about a ball having eyes. First off, he's fortunate to get this one by the pitcher. It's not hit especially hard, but you'll see it get past second base where neither middle infielder can track it down. And it'll make its way into center field.
Here's Desmond Jennings now. Again to third. Snap throw from the catcher. Another try to first. Now the double steal is on here. Out trying to steal third as they get the lead runner here.
Now that play is going to change the complexion of this inning for sure. Now all of a sudden you've got two outs and a runner at second base. So
to short, hit hard. Taken in by Rollins. And the stolen base winds up as a moot point as the inning is over. Rays strand just the one. 6 innings complete, all square at 2-2. Back here at Tropicana Field in St. Pete. All tied at 2 apiece as we get set to start the 7th. But before we do, let's have a look at our game summary through the first 6. Jerry Sands We'll come forward now to begin the 7th inning in what's been a very briskly played ball game here tonight.
And that's what happens when you get two starters that are on top of their game. It's been great pitching, great defense, not a lot of base runners, and a very even game through 6 innings.
And action now in the Tampa Bay pen as it looks like a right-hander's begun to get loose. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. Late decision to swing that time, and as a result, it's 0-2.
Yeah, a couple of mid-90s fastballs, and he hasn't been close on either one of them.
Chop foul over towards the dugout. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now.
A good high fastball. Maybe something to try and change the eye level there. Now, I might anticipate another slider down in the zone, maybe even in the dirt.
Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And he reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out.
And here's a look at his pitches by inning so far. He's up to 82 now, so he's been able to keep that count fairly low and not run up too many high-stress innings.
Alex Avila will step in now. He's bounced out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances. And he just keeps rolling along as he starts another batter out with strike 1.
Yeah, he's definitely still bringing it. It's the 7th inning, and we're still hearing the catcher's mitt snapping all the way up here.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Maybe that's off the black just a little bit, but when you're around the plate as much as he's been, you're going to find that you're going to get a few calls like that.
1 out, nobody on. Oh, and you can tell he wanted to hold off, but he swings through the inside pitch anyway, and he becomes out number 2.
That's now 3 straight strikeouts going back to last inning. Whatever he's throwing, it's working up there.
Adam Eaton stands in looking to put the bat on the ball for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. first pitch is a slider called for a strike.
And this isn't the first guy that's been frozen by that pitch tonight. He's had a lot of guys shaking their heads so far.
2 out, nobody on. Drilled on the ground is short. A dive, but he can't get it. It's through into the outfield.
Oh, yeah, he's got that magic wand going now. That's his third hit in 4 trips, all of them singles, and he's been a tough out all game long.
Digging in, Austin Jackson. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and hopefully he got that out of his system. They really need him to come through right here.
And he pours this one in at the letters, 0-1. Maybe a spot to pitch out on 0-1?
Well, I think he wants to go, no doubt. Might not be too bad an idea.
Now the 0-1. Oh, and a good tight slider there, and he's in command, 0-2. And he is back safely at first, and that was almost trouble. Lays off that time, and it's 1-2.
A classic strikeout pitch there on 0-2. It's one he loves going to, but great recognition there at the plate to lay off.
High and deep to straightaway right. Geyer racing back at the track, the wall. And as is heard on television all throughout Chicagoland, you can't put it on the board. Yes! A 2-run blast to straightaway right field, and it's given the White Sox a 4-2 lead.
Well, you know it has a tendency to get overlooked here. That 2-out single that kept this inning alive. I mean, you take nothing away from the guy that just hit the home run, but this is what happens when teams put up a fight there with 2 away. Pays off for them big time here.
So here's the slugging first baseman Jose Abreu now, as he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball 1. Not much success for these guys through the first 6, but it appears they found the key to unlock their opponent here in the 7th.
Yeah, it's pretty common when you start getting into your 3rd time around against a guy. They've got a much better idea of how to attack him, and now it's starting to pay dividends.
And here's a ball hit in the air. And Longoria will make the catch to retire the side.
Ladies and gentlemen,
2 in the inning for the Sox, however. They come on this 2-run home run. Bottom of the 7th inning coming up. Get up and stretch. It's now a 4-2 Chicago lead. Leading off the inning, Steven Souza. And they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, it's a close ball game, but it's starting to get late. So they need to get at least 1 back here in this inning.
And a good pitch on the inside corner for strike 1. He continues to get ahead here. He's been in complete control.
I think you need to guard yourself from being overconfident, though. A bloop and a blast could still turn this game on its ear.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Wow, what a good time to take something off of that pitch. And they had him fooled pretty good on that one.
Sale has his target. Here's the 0-2. Grounder down the line at 3rd. But a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. The 0-2 delivery. And a classic 0-2 pitch as the changeup misses low, and it's 1-2 now.
Tough pitch to lay off there with 2 strikes. I'm not sure if that was a good take or whether he just got fooled on a changeup and couldn't pull the trigger.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
Well, he's allowed just 2 runs to this point.
Up next,
Both of them coming on solo homers.
shortstop.
Things could be much different now if those had come with guys on base, but as it is, this has been a pretty good outing.
Tim Beckham will dig in for the 3rd time now. He's struck out and bounced out in his first 2 trips. First pitch on its way. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1.
If I didn't know any better, I think this was his first inning out there. He's still throwing the ball with a lot of velocity.
7th inning here at the ballpark. 4-2 our score. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a liner. He gets dirty, but he can't make the play. It's a base hit.
Now batting, center fielder, Kevin Kiermaier.
Kevin Kiermaier steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Runners off for second. Hit on the ground to short. And perfect execution there as the hit and run yields a base hit. Throw comes in quickly from left, so even on the hit and run, they'll hold things to first and second here.
And ideally on this play, you'd like to think you could make it up to third, but no sense risking it if you're not sure. So even though he was in motion on the pitch, he's going to wind up holding on at second base. Hey, better to be safe than sorry.
He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Kurt Casale is at the plate as he watches ball 1. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. That command may be starting to drift a bit. It's 2-0 now.
A couple of tight pitches here to start this at bat. You can't really say you're getting squeezed, but he's not really getting any help either.
Runners are at first and second with 1 away. 3-0 now. The alarm bells are ringing now.
They're getting louder and louder, too.
And he takes ball 4. So a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order.
It's been a great start for him to this point. Into the 7th inning of work now, and that's just the first walk he's allowed so far. So maybe not a red flag just yet, but it is something worth watching.
So striding in, Logan Forsythe, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. And some stirring now in the White Sox bullpen as it looks like a right-hander's up and throwing. Good setup, and the circle change hits the spot. 0-1. It's going to take a lot of guile to work out of this one.
Well, he's got plenty in reserve. This would need to be a magic act, no doubt.
1 out with the possible tying and go-ahead runs on base here. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. Now a chopper to second. This will be a tough turn. Lowry's up with it, and they're able to get to force it home for a big out number 2. Relay to first is too late, so no double play, but no run scores.
Well, that's pretty smart, I think, right there. This ball's not hit all that sharply, so I just don't think there's time to go second to first and get the double play that way. So if you can only get one out, you've got to come home and get the force out at the plate. So that's a pretty heads-up play.
Brandon Geyer comes to the plate looking to deliver with the bases loaded and 2 men gone.
Well, these are those situations that kids go through in the backyard. Bases juiced, 2 outs. He needs to stay within himself and just focus on making good contact.
Hit to third. Frazier is there. And they will not get him at first as he's able to leg out the throw.
So close to getting out of the inning. Now, this would have been a great play if he could have made it, but he just couldn't get the ball to first base in time. And that's going to wind up being an infield single and a 2-out RBI.
So stepping in, Evan Longoria, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Trying to hold the lead. This one's down to third. Oh, look at Frazier. The throw to first. It's there. He got him.
Whew, no problem.
They call it the hot corner for a reason, and this is a beauty to take us to break. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on the show after this. Steve Geltz will be summoned from the bullpen now as he'll take over to start inning number 8.
Steve Geltz.
Leading off the inning, Todd Frazier, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
Yeah, sometimes you give a power hitter like this a fastball at eye level, and he just can't help himself.
Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. Tap fouled at home plate. On the ground up the middle. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8. Good guys leading this one on the road here in the 8th as you get a look at our line score to this point. Brett Laurie gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. That one's going to find the seats. Strike 1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Hit hard back up the middle. And that is through into center field for a 1-out single.
You talk about getting the bat head out in front. This is rifled up the middle. Can't square up a baseball any better than that.
So here is Avisaíl Garcia as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. 1-1.
Yeah.
Oh, and he can't catch up. Here's J-Roll, Jimmy Rollins now. Hit hard back up the middle. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit.
Yeah, he hit a good pitch there. This thing's toward the outside part of the plate, but he stays with it all the way. Uses the big part of the field and gets himself a base hit.
Jerry Sands steps in for a big at-bat in this one. 2 on, 2 away here in the 8th.
Yeah, this is a huge moment in this ball game, Matt. I mean, you might be looking at this at-bat when it's all over as one of the turning points in this game.
Pitch to the plate is a slider for a strike, and it's all knotted up at 1-1. 4-3 our score here as we play the 8th. Fastball taken inside for a ball. 2-1 now. And he gives this one a pretty good ride down the left field line. And this had home run distance, but it just does hook foul. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Drifting toward the third base dugout. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. So it's no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. It's the White Sox 4 and the Rays 3. Nate Jones will come on out of the bullpen as he'll be appearing in his 3rd game this season.
Nate Jones.
Leading off the inning, Steve Pearce, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Well, this has been a great game so far, and they're only down by 1. So getting this leadoff guy on would be huge for them.
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. And that's in there for strike 1. Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike. slow little grounder left side. From the stretch, here's the pitch. He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball one. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now. And he gets the slider over here. It's 2-1 now. Bases are empty, one man out. And he with a pitch right down the middle for strike two.
Hard to believe he let that one go.